It was a flight like any other. British Airways 172, Heathrow to JFK, a familiar transatlantic journey. Business travelers, tourists, and families all boarding for the 7-hour trip to New York. In seat 140, a woman in her late 30s, traveling alone, kept glancing toward the gate every few seconds. Witnesses later said she looked unsettled. The plane took off at 8:45 p.m. Flight attendants served drinks, passengers scrolled through movies, the usual hum of travel filled the cabin. But 3 hours into the flight, something happened that would confuse investigators for years. Somewhere over the Atlantic, the woman in 140 vanished. Not walked to the bathroom, not asleep under a blanket, vanished. Her seatbelt was unbuckled, her shoes neatly placed under the seat, her handbag still at her feet with passport and phone inside. Her half-finished glass of wine sat untouched on the tray table. The crew did a discreet search. Every restroom checked. The galley, the aisles, the flight deck, nothing. By the time the captain announced the disappearance, tension gripped the cabin. Was she hiding? Did she suffer a medical emergency and collapse somewhere? Or had she gone overboard? When the plane landed in New York, FBI agents boarded immediately. Passenger lists were checked against security footage from Heathrow. That's when things got stranger. CCTV from the gate showed the woman boarding the plane, but there was no footage of her going through Heathrow security. In fact, there was no record of her ever entering the airport that day. Her passport, real, her name, belonged to a woman who died in a car accident in Brighton 2 years earlier. The FBI and Scotland Yard launched a joint investigation. The passenger manifest had one extra name than the boarding records should have allowed. Whoever she was, she had bypassed one of the most secure airports in the world, flown halfway over the Atlantic, and then disappeared without a trace. No body, no distress signal, no clue how she left the aircraft mid-flight. To this day, her identity remains unknown. Both the US and UK agencies keep the case open, though some in aviation circles whisper about espionage, covert extractions, and unfinished missions. And for the passengers of Flight 172 that night, one memory remains clear: seat 140 stayed empty for the rest of the journey. Because sometimes, the most dangerous passenger is the one you never see leave. If you want more in-depth crime stories like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.